There are moments that are memorable moments. And those are moments that one day you may very well forget. But then there are moments that last a lifetime that will go with you to your dying day. Tonight was one of those moments. And the reason why, and more, after this, on your SmackDown review. What's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday, March 20th, and we're here for our normal SmackDown review. But there's a lot of excitement. And why? Something big happened today. If you guys are late on the news, Daniel Bryan has been cleared to return to the ring. How incredible is that, guys? So real quick, shout out to the TOP family. You guys are absolutely amazing. Shout out to Mr. Mean Dean. Thank you for the new background tonight, man. That is dope. Keep doing the AUZs. Loving them. You're the man, brother. And an extra special shout out to Mr. Daniel Bryan. Man, it is great to see you back, buddy. Man, oh, I'm speechless. Okay, guys, so as I said, today was a very exciting day. So Daniel Bryan was officially cleared to come back to the ring. So of course, how do we start off tonight's SmackDown? We start off the SmackDown show with Mr. Daniel Bryan himself. So Mr. Daniel Bryan comes down, and of course, the crowd is just chanting, you know, Daniel, man, Daniel Bryan. Oh, I mean, they were echoing. And I don't know, just something came over me. It's just one of them moments. There's not a lot of historic moments that we get to see nowadays in wrestling. But this is one of those moments that I'm never going to forget. It'll be more like, where were you the night Daniel Bryan returned? Well, for me, I was home in this living room watching SmackDown. And Daniel comes down to the ring, and right off the bat, he actually wants to address the Shane McMahon incident from last week. Obviously, KO and Sami Zayn just beating the living crap out of Mr. Shane McMahon himself. But KO and Sami aren't there to start the show. Perfect. I love how this started. Give Daniel Bryan his moment. This time, Daniel Bryan takes time to remind everybody that, yes, he had his doubts. He thought he would never return. He talks about how thankful he is, how thankful that he is that he's back, how thankful he is for the family and friends, for the support he got, and for most of all from his wife, Miss Brie. So, Miss Brie, shout to you as well. Always behind a great man, there's a great one. Thank you. And he talks about how she motivated him, kept him believing, kept him wanting to go for more tests. After he'd pass from after a specialist would pass him, he'd go to another specialist. After they passed him, he'd go to another specialist. And there were moments he truly wanted to give up, but at no moment would Brie let him give up. And man, and it just reminds you how much someone in your life can help to motivate you, even if it's the slightest bit. Sometimes the slightest push in the right direction is all you need. And how he questioned if this moment would ever happen again. And I know personally, I've definitely had those moments. I'm pretty sure you guys have as well. So we can absolutely relate to Daniel. But the craziest thing is he was beyond over when all this, I mean, he hadn't even hit his full stride before all this happened. Takes these years off, and then he returns. And I don't know, man. It's just, this just reminds you always that no matter what, don't give up. It's like with this podcast, as you guys know, we took a 6-month break. But what did we never do? We never gave up. Now we're coming back better than ever. We're trying to improve videos all the time. As you guys can see from the pictures we posted today, we actually have the Kliq Gaming coming. So a lot of exciting things, man. But it's one of those things where, yeah, you go through hard times. You definitely question and doubt. But it isn't the fall that matters. It's how you get back up and go. It's how you get back up. I mean, John Cena says it best. Never give up. I can't believe I just said that. But tonight's about Daniel. This is exciting, man. I mean, I'm having all kinds of ideas go through my head at this time. I'm like, God, man, Daniel should be in the main event. Eddie from NY 206 threw out there, he was thinking CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. I personally would love to see Knock and Daniel, or AJ and Daniel. I mean, there's just so many good matches that are out there. And now that Daniel's back, hopefully it isn't just a minimum stand. Hopefully he's completely cleared and we can go at this. And we can get the matchups we've been waiting to see. But he's back. I mean, what else can you say from that, guys? He is absolutely back, rocking and rolling, and here we go. So, I mean, just the reaction of the crowd alone was so influential tonight, so organic. It had that feeling of we were missing something. We were absolutely missing something. And whatever that missing piece was, it came home. And in this case, it was Daniel Bryan. And just sitting here thinking about it still. I'm still in an awe moment. Almost, did I really just see that tonight? But at the same time, I did. And I mean, we'll find out more later why I did, because I felt it. Tonight, I felt it. I won't say tonight's the perfect show, but tonight was a very powerful, impactful show for the moments. And that sometimes that makes the best shows. That makes the lifetime memories. Oh, man, it's so good to have Daniel back. Wow, damn, that was incredible. So yeah, I digress. Most of the show, I won't even lie, I was on cloud 9, kind of floating there. But as you've noticed, I was actually following along on the Twitter guideline. I know we're trying to stay up with the social media, so that was crazy. I never realized how people hurt when people got when you told the truth. Man, I'm just watching JD spit the truth the whole time. And people are just attacking him, and I'm just sitting there laughing at him. And the funniest thing is he had one that didn't even add him, and that just had me cracking up. But I mean, after following it tonight, I'll definitely be doing it a lot more and more as we progress forward throughout the shows, pay-per-views, things of that nature. Hell, just randomly when I have thoughts going through the head. But I mean, it was fun. It was fun being out there tonight, seeing how everybody was responding to the show. All the tweets about Daniel Bryan, that was phenomenal. Oh, incredible things happening tonight, guys. So back to Daniel Bryan in the ring. He just, after this portion, he just continues to do a list full of thank yous, and obviously when he gets to his wife Brie, I'm saying all the impactful stuff that he did at the beginning, he gets emotional, and I can't blame him. That's perfect. The best things in wrestling are the realest and closest to home, and that hit home. And I mean, I was just excited. So obviously we can't live on this moment forever. The show has to go on. And our first night of the match, crazily enough, is a Fastlane match. Happy Rusev Day, and happy Rusev Day to everyone out there, versus Mr. Knock himself. The match for me, Rusev had the upper hand at the beginning, Knock at the end. I mean, it was a quick roll up, 1, 2, 3 for Knock. There wasn't really a lot to this match. I didn't really expect a lot to be to this match, especially after that such an emotional moment you just had. It was kind of something just to get the crowd back focused where we were. So Knock gets the win. The best part about this match for me personally was after the match, Adrian and Rusev are double teaming Knock in the ring. AJ Styles is sitting commentary through the match. He takes his sweet time, taking off his jacket, acting like he's going to go in there to help Knock. By the time he's done and he starts to, really walk towards the ring, Knock's already taking care of the business himself. So, I really like how they set it up. We go to commercial, come back from commercial break. It's Knock right next to AJ's and then AJ's like, I know, you didn't need my help tonight. He's like, yeah, and one more thing. He's like, I know, you're going to win the title at WrestleMania. And he's like, why do you doubt yourself? But you are right. And that got a little chuckle out of me. I did enjoy those two segments. It made Knock more powerful going into Mania, but still I wish the booking was more dominant in his favor. The only shitty thing is he's going up against another over wrestler. Rusev Day's absolutely over. We love him here on this show. We love him across the world. Everybody loves Rusev and Happy Rusev Day. But at the same time, when you have somebody over like Rusev Day, why do you constantly want to waste this organic push they're having? Like this organic feeling where everybody loves Happy Rusev Day. Why do you want to waste that? And the reason I'm bringing this up now is tonight I actually noticed at the start of this match, Knock got, an just a well put together entrance, as he should. But Happy Rusev Day got no entrance. So the entrance obviously wasn't on live TV. It was during the commercial break. Only the crowd there is reacting to this when we love to chime in as well. So that's just something to me. When you have somebody as over as Rusev Day, they should be getting their normal entrance. You should be pushing them. Let him and Knock put on some great matches before this, so that way we don't kill Rusev Day's push, but at the same time, Knock is still getting the credit and the build, because let's not forget, it's not how fast and how dominant you are in a match, but it's how that match progresses. How hard was that opponent? And sometimes to get you in your best fighting shape, you got to have those long, drawn-out matches. So I definitely think there could be more work done if we want to go with these two leading up to Mania, but I know as we keep building, we get closer and closer, and we're going to get deeper and deeper into this AJ Knock build, which I'm excited for. I like how this is running. I would not even mind if Knock turned heel after he won the belt. I think he's actually got the perfect persona for this. Obviously, the fans will never accept him as a heel, so he'd be more like an anti-hero, but absolutely phenomenal. So after this point, we get our first squash match of the night. It's Corbin versus Ty Dillinger. Ty Dillinger, man, that dude gets treated like crap. You got something great going there with the perfect 10, and you just absolutely consistently waste it. And this is what pisses the WWE Universe off. And it's frustrating. You see somebody who's worked so hard, came so far, but yet it's upper management that blocks them. When the WWE Universe is expressing, we want more of this. So, it's just another one. Baron comes in, real quick match, end of days, Baron 1, 2, 3, match over. Not really a whole lot going on here. Obviously, now at this point, do you expect Ty Dillinger to get a fair match? Do you expect him to be in something interesting? If he's in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, I honestly think he'll be one of the first or fastest people thrown out of it for the night. And from this, entry point from when he comes in. But with that being said, it's just one of those things, guys. It's a waste. Obviously, you still want to show that Baron is dominant. He hasn't even hit his peak yet. I think he's got a great future ahead of him. At the same time, I think Dillinger needs more respect. After this, we get Charlotte and Natalya, what haven't we seen before? At first, when the match started out, I liked where we were headed. I thought it was booked well at the very start of the match. Charlotte was looking dominant, full in with Natalya, showing she is the queen. She is the best in the world at this time. With my feelings aside, my biased feelings about Asuka aside, Charlotte's the best. She's the champ, and there's a reason she's the champ, and I fully agree with that. But once again, they digress. They allow Natalya to get the upper hand here, and she just kind of beats her down for a while. Obviously, like we've seen, and then, you know, here comes Charlotte at the end to rally. I do have to say one thing. Please get rid of Charlotte doing her father's walk. She has no, like, there's no rhythm. There's no pizzazz. Like, her dad has style, grace. Like, that boy can do it. She cannot. Like, it's so stiff. I just prefer her walking around like this, saying, you know, like she does her little queen thing. I would do that in a heartbeat. So, like I said, Charlotte pulls it out in the, or no, Charlotte doesn't pull it out in the end. Crazy enough, we have Carmella. You hear Carmella's music hits. You see her run down to the ring while Charlotte's laying on the ground. Oh yeah, Charlotte just got taken out. So she's laying on the mat. Carla slides in with her own official, hands him the briefcase. He can't make it to the ring announcer fast enough. So before he can get there, Charlotte actually hops up. She was playing possum the whole time. Big boot right to Carmella's face. Thank God he never rung the bell, so we don't have a wasted opportunity at the Money in the Bank. I did not expect, even with her, even if she would have cashed it in, at no point did I have the feeling that she would have actually won this tonight. There was nothing there. I mean, it was just something that was entertaining real quick. It made you get on your feet. Probably put Carmella a lot more on her game, because, I mean, yo, when you run down there, don't waste time, man. She literally slides in the ring, kicks her arm, which is absolutely idiotic. Why are you wasting any time at all? You should be doing a move, going for the pin, something, try to get this over. Don't check, oh, like, is it a dead body? Because you know she's going to recover at some point. So, hey, Carmella, you got tonight. Hope you can recover from that. But Natalya actually gets the win with the roll up while Charlotte's distracted. 1, 2, 3. I mean, what more can I say about this? Why are you having your champion lose before Mania? That doesn't even make sense. If anything, that's more of a reason she should have won the match, because she is the champion. She's the best there is. She should have turned that around, booted somebody in the face, threw on that figure 8, and let's go, man. Like, she should have gotten the dub tonight. So right there, you messed up your booking. You showed a weakness in your champion, which obviously I already think Asuka's gonna win, but I don't think your champion should be losing going into Mania for any reason. This was the perfect setup to show that no matter what, she's gonna stay focused and make sure she wins. And Asuka, you better be ready. But instead, you show a weakness. Now, what do you think is gonna happen? There's a chink in the armor. So I actually got really pissed off at this point in the show. And crazily enough, it had nothing to do with the show. So, my boys, the Usos, come down to drop another fire-ass promo. These boys are so damn hot when they touch that microphone, it absolutely just melts immediately in the hands. Damn, man. Those dudes are showing the whole tag team division what it's like to rep on the mic. Because outside of Big E's recent promos, where he's just been coming real, throwing the heat at these dudes, they've just been absolute gold. Man. I mean, show me the last promo they had that wasn't gold. I might even call you a liar then. Are you looking for the right things? But with that being said, I'm watching them drop this fire-ass promo, and I like to scan the crowd while, you know, I'm listening to promos, things of that nature. I'm pretty sure everybody out there does it. And I see this fucker sitting maybe about 6 to 10 rows back, sitting on his cell phone while they're dropping this. And I'm like, and there's a girl to his right and a girl to his left. They're both into it. But him He's just on his phone. And this just irks me. Like, why do you go to wrestling events to sit there on your phone, especially when you're seeing some of the best promos drop? Like, you must not be a fan. Was he just one of those Roman Cena fanboys, and he's like, oh, I forgot they're not on this show, so what am I wasting my time? And then at the end of the promo, after Jimmy and Jay finish spitting fire, he proceeds to scream with them, ooh, so? Dude, you can't, no, you're fired. You shouldn't even be there, man. Those two ladies right next to you should have kicked your ass and thrown you out. Thrown you out the club like Gronk would have in a heartbeat. But back to the promo. I mean, this was absolute fire. The Usos are in the ring talking about, yeah, they were, in the middle of another classic with the New Day. And lo and behold, the Bludgeon Brothers come out and beat them. Not even trying to get the title, just trying to literally destroy them. And, they got it. They definitely got it. I mean, Jay was still wearing war wounds tonight. So, I mean, none of that looked comfy. Xavier, that's their powerbomb. Oh, my God. That was a beatdown, guys. But while they're dropping this, I mean, it's just absolute gold. An absolute gold. And in me, it's once again, man, these fools, think about where they started. They were getting nothing. They hit the heel persona. Love them. Love them. And just how a little tweak here and there can make the world of changes. And how, if there might not have been these tweaks, we might not have seen these guys performing the way they do perform. What the promos we're getting now. It might be the same old song and dance. So we have to really be appreciative for what we're seeing with the Usos at this point, guys. I mean, the New Day as well. I don't want to take anything away from them either. But, the Usos are the greatest tag team in the game right now. No ifs, ands, or buts. Bucks too. I'm going to have to think. Maybe we'll have a greatest tag teams list on the WrestleMania card. Don't forget about the show. But at this point, Luke Harper comes down. He's going to have his match with Jimmy. Quick match. I mean, I really didn't expect much. There were a couple minutes when I thought Jimmy actually was going to get the upper hand. Like, there's a moment where Eric was losing his damn mind, and he goes and he's distracting the ref, trying, like, he was wanting to get in the ring. But then Jimmy super kicks Luke. Luke falls onto the rope. And then Jay super kicks him back in. And Jimmy goes for the cover. And I'm thinking this moment he's going to get the 1, 2, 3. Instead, no. Luke kicks up. Destroys him from here on out real quick. Man, the Bludgeon Brothers are on a roll. They're scary. I love the way they are being booked. So, I mean, that's definitely something the WWE is doing right. I definitely am excited for Mania to see where this goes. This is going to be phenomenal. I mean, this is going to be absolute gold. Shoo! Your boy is fired up right now, guys. All right. So, this is the fun and exciting portion. I'm lying. This is probably the worst part of the show for me is this next segment. We have, main man, Jinder Mahal getting introduced by the Singh brothers. So, you already know what it's going to be. It's the same routine and dance. He's underappreciated. He shouldn't be talked to or treated this way. Yada, yada, yada. There's nothing new out of Jinder. It's old news. The best part of this promo actually came from Randy Orton. I mean, we get Jinder talking. Bobby comes down. Bobby does a little shtick. He doesn't even really get too much. I mean, maybe 5 to 6 lines. Randy's music hits in the middle. Randy comes down. Jinder actually tries to kiss Randy's ass. It's the Grand Slam champion, everybody. Your U.S. champion, Randy Orton. I was chuckling a little bit, and best part, Randy's just like, yo, why don't you shut up? I mean, it might have been the best promo that Randy's kicked in the absolute wild. I love Randy to death, man, but the mic skills, they've always not been fully there. But I mean, it's just more the same from these three. Now we officially know it's a triple threat match. Jinder, Bobby, and Randy for the U.S. Championship. I'm feeling at JD from NY206. I mean, my man JD was talking about he would like to see it a ladder match, and I would agree. I have no problem with that at all. You know, I think actually that'd be the perfect setting for a ladder match and make it a lot more exciting. It get a lot more things involved, and that way, as crazy as it sounds, the Singh brothers would be neutralized. So it's very exciting, but I have this feeling that Jinder's actually going to get the championship to go. I think Jinder's going to be the champ after Mania, crazily enough. But I'll get into that a little later in some predictions. After this, I don't know, guys. They had Becky and Naomi versus the Riot Squad, minus the best part of the Riot Squad, Miss Ruby herself. I just wonder sometimes, like, why? What is the point of this? I would rather just see Naomi and Becky go at it, and it's nothing against the two, but it's just not something that should have been on tonight's show. I just really think it was a waste. Anyways, Becky wins by submission. Real quick stuff there. Now, we get to absolute money and gold. And I mean money and gold. We have staffers backstage let Daniel Bryan know that KO and Sami have arrived. Daniel tells him to relay the message to meet him in the ring. Perfect setup. We go to commercial break. We come back. We know this is going to be good. We come back. Daniel goes down to the ring. Calls out KO and Sami. And this talk, man, when you do something right, you really do something right. And this talk that these three men had, I could feel it. It was real life coming through. You know, Daniel brings up the 15 years they've had and how much he supports them and he has their back. But he doesn't understand what was going through their minds last week when they totally destroyed Shane. So we see a video clip of last week's destruction. And he asks him, he's like, why did you guys continue to do this? You guys had won. You guys had gotten everything you wanted. Shane was going to take an indefinite leave of absence. You guys had a match against each other at WrestleMania. You knew Daniel was coming back and he had their back. Like, everything was going in their direction, but they lost their mind. And then you could see the emotion really set in Daniel. And he's like, I don't want to have to do this. I've never wanted to have to do this. And he keeps hesitating and putting in examples of, hey, I've been fired from the WWE before too. You know, I twice I got back. You can do as well. He's like, I believe in you guys. And then, you know, he's like, I really don't want to do this. And we're just building up. And we know what's coming. We know what's coming. Then he says the word Sami and KO, you're fired. And crazily enough, during this whole time, I'm saying to myself, like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Man, I was just into this. I'm really into this. I love Sami and KO. And actually, when KO and Sami were called down by Daniel Bryan, and I even wrote this down, that I had it in my head that, damn, I wish got to the ring, he would start their spiel. He would start, you know, talking about last week, how bad it was, everything like that. And then at the end, thank him. And then when Sami brought up them being a team, I was like, oh my God, I know I've already invented that since you guys started walking down. But you could tell Daniel doesn't want to do this, and he fires him. And you could just see it building in KO. Sami's more expressive, trying to cope. Sami's that, or KO's just sitting there quietly clenching his fist, just got that look of his face like, what just happened? Like, oh, like, and you can tell this man is boiling, he's a boiling pot of water, ready to explode. And this, like I said, when you do something right, you really do something right. And then Sami shakes Daniel's hand, looks back, looks at KO. KO is clenching the fist, but he unclenches, shakes the hand. They start to walk out. They attack Daniel. At this, and I know the whole time this is going down. After, you know, we see what's going on. We know this is going to happen. But inside me, it was like I was a kid again reacting. And I love KO and Sami, and I absolutely love the work they're doing right now together. Like, I'm one of the ones who doesn't want to see them back independently yet. I want to see them match against each other, but I want them to come back as brothers for a little bit longer. I'm loving the work they're doing together. But once again, they beat down Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan. I always have that habit. When I say Bryan, I always say Brian. For those of you that don't know, my son's middle name is Kobe. I love Kobe, so when I say Brian, I always happen to throw that T, man. I got to work on that. I don't ever want to disrespect this other amazing man named Daniel Bryan. So Daniel Bryan actually gets the upper hand for a moment, and he is going. And during the opening 2 parts of them having the upper hand and then him getting the upper hand, I actually thought he did more damage to himself with the, you know, run to the turnbuckle front kick, flying front kick, backflip. Like, it looked like he was going to keep catching his neck or something, man. He had me freaking out a little bit there. But then KO and Sami regained the upper hand, and they beat him down, man. Catches that haluva kick. Then he goes outside. They take him outside the ring. And Sami sets him up in between KO's legs to be powerbomb. And I'm like, oh, you're not going to hit the concrete or the announce table. Like, that's what's going through my head. I'm not even thinking, for some reason, I'm not even thinking about the side of the ring. I don't even know why, because typically that's where he's going to lay it off at. But sure enough, he does it to the side of the ring, man. And, yo, I was feeling the effects. Like, it affected me. I felt sad. I had that pit in my stomach, like, no, this isn't the way I wanted this return to go. Even though this is a lot of the times the way it goes in the WWE, which is a great thing. These are the emotions, these are the feelings we want to feel. The heat for Sami and KO is enormous. JD put it best with volcanic heat. Like, this is fire right now. You have something so good. I am 1,000,000% invested. And think back a few weeks ago, guys. I was talking about, I don't know how they're going to get me invested. They have me 1,000,000,000% invested in seeing this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I want to see this so bad. I want to see how this progresses. I want to see when Shane and Daniel come back. I want to see how this is done. I know it'll be at Mania. This might turn into the Mania match, even if it turns out the tag team with Daniel and Shane and KO and Sami. I love it. Like, this is phenomenal, guys. This is what we want to see. Thank you, WWE, for making me realize again I had emotions. I haven't felt this way since back when Randy, or the night on Raw when Randy won the title and became the youngest World Heavyweight Champion ever. Triple H, he was up on Batista's shoulders. Triple H throws up thumbs, and then he throws him down. Like, that's the last time I truly felt this emotional watching an episode of anything at all. So, just gold, man. You got, emotions are still flowing high. I mean, we're going to be talking about this throughout the week on social media, things of this nature. I'm excited for what's to come, guys. But that's how we leave the show tonight, is we leave with Daniel on a stretcher. Speedy recovery. But damn, was it good. Tonight was a great start, great finish with some stuff in the middle. But with that being said, guys, don't forget to go ahead and follow us on Twitter at Kliqpod, and then me individually at the Legend 958. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook with the name change. Oh no, on Facebook still got the old name, the Outsiders Podcast, but we are making the new page. So as soon as we drop it, we will make you guys aware, so you can go over and like that page so you don't miss a beat. The YouTube page, I think, has officially been changed to the Kliqpod. So that's exciting, guys. Lots of new logos, lots of new things coming out, guys. So really exciting times. But with that being said, thank you for joining me this Tuesday night. I can't wait to see you. But till next time, kick ass, take names, and be